Welcome back to the Controllables interview series, where we highlight creators, athletes, and leaders who've learned to win the inner game. Today's guest is Bryan, a digital entrepreneur, content creator, and YouTuber who's built a name for himself by betting on his mindset. From dropping out of college to selling over $1 million in digital products like Shake Sauce, growing a YouTube audience past 100,000 subscribers, almost 2,000, and recently launched a new six-figure business called CreatorPass. Bryan's story is proof that trusting in yourself can change your life. In this episode, we dive into the real story behind that success. Mindset shifts, the self-doubt, and the habits that kept him moving forward when things felt out of control. Let's get into it. Question 1, when life felt out of control, what was one thing you chose to focus on that made all the difference?
I think, honestly, it's funny, kind of controlling the controllables. So just like focusing on myself and taking care of myself, like eating better food and treating my body right by going to the gym and getting enough water and getting outside and honestly just like a little bit more self-improvement stuff, like just treating my body properly, not only my physical body, but my mind, like praying, meditating, um, reading, journaling, like those things make me feel anytime I'm like out of alignment and I feel anxious or depressed or anything like that. Like I always go back to the basics, which is just eating good food, drinking enough water, going out on walks, socializing, journaling, meditating, reading. Those things like definitely are one of the things that I chose to do to help me get back in control.
Back to the basic. Bryan's response is a reminder that when your world feels chaotic, your body and your mind need structure, movement, mindfulness, fuel. That's not just wellness, that is a smart strategy. Question 2, which of the controllables shaped your success the most and why?
Man, it's a hard one. Obviously, like, all of them are very important, but I would say perspective is one of the ones that I'm resonating with. I think it's one of the ones that allowed me to start taking action and start on the journey of getting to success. It's a journey, still on it, obviously. But yeah, I think perspective is one of the ones because I just had like a why me mentality for a really long time. Like my dad passing away, losing my grandparents, mom losing the business, all that stuff. Like very, very bad things happened very quickly in a row. And for a while, it was the why me mentality. And then I just started seeing a bunch of people that also had unfortunate things happen in their life, being successful and not complaining about it. And I think that's always given me the possibility, because I think I'm a very positive person now. It's given me the perspective to be like, everything happens for a reason. And it's all part of the plan. And how can I make an unfortunate situation the best? It's already happened. Might as well figure out how to make it the best it can be, right? Take away good from every situation, whether it be good or bad, even though there's no good or bad.
Perspective changed everything for Bryan. When the mindset shifted from why me to what can I learn from this, his entire life took a turn towards purpose. That's the power of seeing life differently with a new lens. Question 3, can you tell me about a moment when your inner dialogue was the biggest thing you had to overcome?
Yeah, I think one of the ones that stands out when I just read it out loud is probably dropping out of college. Like it's something that I knew that I didn't want to do. I didn't want to go to college. I didn't want to graduate. Nothing about computer science was interesting to me. I was going to school for computer science. None of that was like fulfilling or fun. But, all the outside perspectives were like, you should do it. And then like I was kind of at this battle with myself about like, am I making the wrong decision by trusting my intuition, by trusting the path laid out for me? Because everyone else is telling me one thing and I just feel the other. So I was, even though, it's an external dialogue between a lot of people, it was very much so an internal dialogue between myself about like, should I trust myself or should I not? Um, and I think that was one of the most pivotal decisions I've made in my life. And it was kind of just following my intuition. And I think, since then, my intuition's never led me astray. So, when you're doubting yourself, having self-doubt, just go with what feels right.
This one's big. For everyone out there that's got a big dream, listen to this. Because trusting in yourself when no one else does is hard and it takes a lot of guts. Bryan followed his intuition about school, not the crowd. That inner voice that Bryan experienced led him to the life he was actually meant to build. Question 4, if you could go back and tell your younger self one thing about mindset, what would it be?
Adopting a growth mindset as quick as possible. Yeah. just I would teach myself or tell myself um, about growth mindset and just shine light into what that is. Just the ability to grow and become better and change your perspective and have better mental health and progress in all elements of your life through your mindset. I would just like lay out that that's a possible thing, because I think for a while, if you're in the, you're trapped in your mind, it's hard to even imagine that as a possibility. So I would just let myself know about, hey, you can grow and expand as a person in your mind, mentally, physically, all of that. I would just shine light into that being a possibility, and maybe give some direction.
A growth mindset isn't just a buzzword. As DJ Khaled would say, that's a major key. Bryan's story is proof that once you start believing change is possible, you stop waiting and you start building mentally, physically, emotionally, all of it. Thank you, Bryan. Your story is a reminder that we don't need permission to start. We just need to believe in ourselves and take that first step. Let us know in the comments which controllable you're leaning on this week. 25% is going to addiction support. Scan that QR code if you want chapter 1 for free. And if you made it this far into the video and the series, I just want to say I appreciate you so much. Keep going, stay charged. We'll see you in the next one.